talk. The listeners agree. The message is clear.
Here we go.
The best radio station to listen to this year.
It's the best.
It's the best music.
Best tunes.
Because they got the best music.
Live from Stuttgart City, Germany.
99.2 Radio RFM.
Your home of African music.
We play only your choice.
So, good afternoon. This is Radio R99.2 FM, the home of African music. And today my name is Victoria, and I'm honored to be joined by the Kingdom Kids, Kingdom International Revelation Ministries kids. They're here with me, where we'll be talking more about Africa. I know everybody will be asking, why Africa? It's because it's a continent where it has been in the dark for quite a long time, with the development part of it, a lot of people don't understand it and don't know much about it. And it's time for Africa, just like Shakira said some years back, it's time for Africa to put it out there. And I think with us, it's our work or our duties to put it out there as the people who are indigenous people or the native people who are basically from there, to teach the kids that are born, in other countries like Europe or Asia or America, right? And the whole thing is to teach African history and culture to your children, and instilling the high self-esteem into the children to be proud of who they are, and that is the Africans. So today I'm joined by two great children. I love children, everybody knows that. So I'm joined by one of the guys who will later join us. He's called Humphrey. Hello, Humphrey.
Hi.
Hello. I would like you to please tell us your name, your age, and where you come from.
I'm Humphrey. I'm 14 years old, and I come from Uganda.
Yoo-hoo! Uganda, that's part of Africa. So do you mind tell us which part of Africa is that?
Yes, Uganda is in East Africa.
Very great. So next is our beautiful girl. She's going also to introduce herself, tell us her age, and where she comes from.
Hi, I'm Zoe, and I'm 12 years old, and I come from the U.S.
What does the U.S. mean?
United States of America.
Very great. So, the next question would be, why do we have a girl coming from America? So we all know that they all came from Africa, right? And they were just put there through something called slavery, which we are not going to touch on that. We're not going to mention on that today. So for us, I just want to start with the name Africa. So do you actually know where the name Africa comes from? Does anybody know? Oh, I know Humphrey. Humphrey, come on, you can tell us.
Yes, so Africa is not named by a white person like usual, but the people used to live in Africa, they are free people. So like Afri is the first part of the name Africa, and Ka is an old Romic name
called Leo Gaminchi. Okay, I'm going to check on that. I'm not sure about that, but his original name was Leo Gaminchi. So when he went and fought the battles, they called him Leo African. Fought the battles with the African and won. That's where he got the name Africanus, right? Mm-hmm. So another theory is what Humphrey just presented it. Very perfect. Thank you so much, Humphrey. And the other one is that Afrique, it's a French name meaning a land of sun. So people thought also that was one of the origins where Africa comes, where people were called, or Africa was named Africa. And the other one, which basically I think I would more follow that, it's Afri comes from the people who are on the north part of Africa. That was way back before Christ, 1400 before Christ. They stayed on the north part of Africa. The north part of Africa, and the trade used to go to take part at that particular area. So when the Europeans would come, they would also and the people at the North Africa, they were called the Afri. So when the Europeans or the Romans would go and do the trading there, when you're talking with your friends, where are you heading to? Yeah, and so the Romans would be like, I'm going to the land of Afri. So the land in the Roman, it's called Ka. So that's why they say Africa, and that's where we got the name Africa. So now the next thing will be like, is Africa actually a continent or a country? Because I've had a lot of, like today I was basically watching something, and I saw some people, and the video was actually not long ago. It was like 2 or 3 months ago, and they were not sure if Africa is a country or a continent.
Oh gosh!
Right. That's how we need to. That's how we really need to educate people around this part.
Yeah.
So Zoe, is Africa a continent or a country?
It's a continent.
Continent. Thank you so much. So how many countries does Africa has? Humphrey?
Africa has 54 countries.
Very good. It has 54 countries.
Yes.
And trust me, those are the countries that are till now. Right now, there are still some people who are fighting to have their own countries within their countries, So they want to have their own countries. That one you're going to come, and we'll talk about it after, some other day, on another topic. So, yes, Africa has 54 countries. So I'm going to ask Humphrey also, or he can also tell us which country is at what part of Africa.
Yeah, like for example, in North Africa, we have Egypt, Morocco, and Liberia, and much more countries.
Oh, exactly.
In West Africa, we have Gambia, Ghana, and Nigeria. In Central Africa, we have Congo, Gabon, and Cameroon. In East Africa, we have Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. That's what I have for now.
Yes, those are only among the countries. Those are just the countries that are there. Like we said, we have 54 countries. So she just mentioned a few of the countries that are there. And did you know that Africa has there are some parts of Africa where they get winter? A lot of people don't know that.
I knew that.
You know that?
Yeah.
Okay, they are part of Africa. Which part of it? South Africa.
South Africa, yes.
Exactly. I'm talking to someone who has a company, who has people in Lesotho. All right, that is part of South Africa.
South Africa, yes.
Exactly. So, Africa is a continent, and I'm repeating it again. Africa is a continent, not
yes.
a country. A continent with different kingdoms, because let me tell you, Africa was a kingdom. It's still a kingdom in its own special way.
Amen.
In a very beautiful way. And do you know it's the second largest continent?
Wow.
Yes, after Asia.
Wow.
Asia has around 4.3 billion people, around that number. And Africa comes next with 1.3 billion people.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes. And do you know how many languages we have in Africa? The whole world got like 6,000 languages, 6,000 languages. And only in Africa, continent Africa, we have 3,000 languages.
Wow.
That's how rich Africa is.
Half of the languages are in Africa.
Yes.
That's awesome. Wow, that's a
yes. Sometimes, for example, at work, people be like, Vicky, you come from Africa, right? Victoria is my name, by the way, if I did not mention my name. But they call me Vicky. So they'll be like, oh, Vicky, you come from Africa? Yes, I come from Africa. Oh, yeah, I have a friend who comes from, for example, Congo. And yeah, can you speak Congo? I'm like, that is this is another part of Africa, and we don't speak Afrikaans because a lot of people will be thinking, or people who are not conversant with all, the continent, Africa as a continent, is that we don't speak the same language. Yeah. Even in my own country, Kenya, where I come from, born, we don't have only one language, Swahili. We have 45 different languages. And trust me, a person from another language, I'm from Kikuyu, a person from Luo, that's among the languages, the main languages, Luya, Kalenjin, they will talk. I will not understand a word. We are from the same country, the same continent, but I will not understand a word what that person says. Yes. So that's why we unify ourselves by speaking English, because we are colonized from the UK or British. Yeah. Right, the British. We are colonized by the British. So we speak English, and Swahili is our next Amtssprache. They say it in German. That's
official language.
Official language, exactly. So with those two languages, it's the only language that we connect with each other. Yes. But apart from that, we have 45 other languages. That just like I said. So you can imagine that is only country Kenya. Yeah. And that is it only in East Africa. Just small country in East Africa. Now go to the West Africa where there's Nigeria. Nigeria has like 200 and something languages. Yes. Insane. Did you know that? It has 200 something languages. And it's only a country by itself. Yeah. Exactly. And now, talking of Nigeria, by the way, it's the richest country in Africa. It's the wealthiest. It has gold. It has oil. It has, you name it, and it has the most people. You know that they have the most people out there. They have a character of its own. I just love the country because they are go-getters. Yes, they are. They are go-getters. When they decide on doing something, they go and do it.
Yes. And you find them everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Because they are go-getters.
Our apostle always says they take over territory wherever they go.
Yes. Yeah. Because that's what they do. Yes. And I just love the aggressivity in this part. When I say aggressive, it's not in a negative way. I just love the aggressiveness, the way they just say, okay, I'm going to do this. When I go to that part, I'm going to do this despite the situation.
Exactly, yeah.
You know? Yeah. And it's just awesome how they just go and they mingle and they just do what they're supposed to be doing. Just like kingdom people, kingdom-minded people. You know, it's just awesome. Amen. So in between, in case there are any questions on the we'll be waiting for them. We'll be having an official break, and again, after that, Zoe will be having some questions, as she said before, and we'll start from there.
For live stream, interviews, and non-stop African hits, we welcome you to our website www.cradioara.com. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Rim our YouTube channel at Radio Ara FM, or follow us on Instagram at Radio R99.2FM and Radio Ara on Facebook.
Station with the best music.
I love the music.
Oh yes, I got you, baby. I'm telling you, number one African station. For Afronews, Afrobeats, and the world hit. Here's updates happening around African countries and interviews and experiences. Of Africans and their friends living in Europe and all over the world. Most of you are asking why can't we say this in Germany? I'm telling you, Europa's Nummer 1 Radio. For Afro music, Afro pop and worldwide hits. Yes, actually ereignisses in African London. Interviews und Erfahrungen von Afrikan und ihren Freunden, die in Europa auf der ganzen Welt leben.
This is your number 1 radio station.
For your daily shows and African hits, Canada, DJ Drazi and Divina Richards on Radio Ara 99.2 FM.
99.2 FM.
Live from Stuttgart City, Germany. We already started 2021 with a great sound. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, non-stop African hits, broadcasting live from Stuttgart City to the world. 99.2.
99.2.
Radio Ara FM, a place where music lives.
So, welcome back to Radio R99.2, the home of Africa. This is Queen Victoria, and honored to be joined by the Kingdom Kids. So, like I said before we went for the official break, that we'll be doing more of the questioning right now. And I'm going to ask our sister or girl from the United States of America, just like she said before, that she has some questions. So, Zoe, the table is yours.
The first question is, when is it the best time of the year to travel to Africa?
Where is the best time of the year to travel to Africa? So, I'm going to put it this way. Or first, I'm going to give Humphrey some time to answer. Then I'm going to fill in. Humphrey?
Yeah, so there is no right time in Africa. Like, it's always the right time. Because the parts of Africa there is no winter and it's always warm in Africa, but there's some parts where there's snow on winter, but there's always a right time. There's no wrong time.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Anytime, any moment, you can go to Africa. Anywhere. Okay? So to the listeners out there, maybe someone would have the same question and ask, what about that? Just like Humphrey, I'm just going to insist on that. There's no time where you can say there's no time not to go and visit Africa. Anytime you can go to Africa. So I'm just going to leave the next question.
So my next question is, how extreme is the crime in Africa?
The crime. Mm-hmm. So the crime, I'm going to start by saying this way. First of all, crime is everywhere.
That's true.
Crime is everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. You get to the United States, there's this crime. Let me put it like this. It's just crime. It's sugar-coated in some countries or in some places or, defined in a very different way. Mm-hmm. So, of course, there's crime in Africa, but still there's security in Africa. You can still get security. Well, you cannot put it like the way we have it here in Europe, that the security is there, but there's crime and there's security. Yes. So, Humphrey, do you have anything to join that, or Sarah? Because you've also been in Africa, so please, you can join us by telling us, how did you find it there?
I think just my experience is you can be you're secure when you follow the rules.
Right.
So one rule that I found for me is, for example, especially as a white woman, you just have to be careful because you draw extra attention to you. So one rule I always followed was I don't go out or I don't walk on the street at night. Like as soon as it's dark, I will not walk on the street outside. I will always take a taxi or whatever, just to be sure. And you just have to follow some rules and just have to be cautious about your surrounding. Don't go there. Don't be like ignorant. And don't be ignorant about your surrounding, and then you'll be safe.
Very good. So I did not introduce Sarah before. Sarah is one of the Germans. She's born here, raised here.
Yes.
And she has lived in Lesotho. That is a country in the south part of Africa.
Yes, exactly.
And she lived there. She has a daughter too, who is there.
Yes, exactly.
And what else? How did you like Africa?
Oh, I love it.
Would you go back there again?
Yes, anytime.
Africa is just exotic. It's just a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place, yes. Yeah. Full of life. That's what I love about it.
Let me not comment on that. Let me just continue with the questions first, and then we're going to we're going to go deeper on that. So I just go back to Zoe and just tell us what is the next question.
Okay, the next question is what is it like not living in Africa anymore?
Just like Auntie Sarah said, it's just a part full of life. And I'm born there. I'm born and grown. Like I spent my 20 years in Africa. Mm-hmm. So it's a huge difference between Africa or my country, Kenya, and Europe and being here in Germany. First of all, I did not know much about winter because winter we experience it, or the part of Africa which experiences winter is only the south part of Africa, right?
Yes.
And I did not know much about winter. I did not know much about cold. So, and in Africa, we are more of spontaneous people.
Yes.
Very spontaneous. You can call it spontaneous. It doesn't matter. May it be cooking, may it be, going out, may it be transport, may it be anything. In Germany, which I really had a hard time to cope with, was keeping up with the time. The train is leaving at 23.
The minute.
Exactly. At that minute. Who does that? That is actually an odd number. We have even numbers, the 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. And then the odd number, 1, 3, 5. Then the train leaves at 16:23, like surely, and get late 1 minute. I promise. No, even 1 minute is much. That's too much.
Yeah.
Get there 3 seconds late. There's no train. So back to the question. It's a whole lot of setting. Yeah, it's a whole lot of setting. Something else. We have like on the streets. We have food sellers who sell food. They're always, the delicacies just always great, just taste good. Mm-hmm. In Germany, we don't have anything like that. We don't have anything like that.
No.
So, in Africa, it is a whole huge, I don't know, it's a if I start right now, we might go till tomorrow when we just say what it is to feel to be in Africa and not to be in Africa, because on top of that, I have my family. All my family are back there. Mm-hmm. I have my son here, but all my family are in Kenya. So you can imagine being brought up in a family where your sister is there, your brothers, your mother, your father, your aunties, your grandmother, and
yes,
you come here. You're alone.
You're alone, yeah.
You're alone in a cold country. Well, nobody forced me to come, but anyway, I would say like that. But it's a different feeling. However, and most of the African people can tell me that, or they can also contribute on this, is that we try to go to our home every year at least once to go and connect with our family back home. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, yeah. That's it. I'll just first stop at that point.
So, well, you answered the next question, so I'm just gonna move on.
Okay.
How was it like growing up in Africa, like the environment?
Wow. Okay, so Humphrey is actually born in Africa, right?
Yes.
In east part of Africa. He's going to tell us a little bit on that. Yeah. And
All
then
right.
We can continue that.
Yeah, so I was born in Uganda, and I was living there since I was 5 to 6 years old, and I quite liked it a lot. Like here in Germany, the kindergartens are much more different. Like in Africa, we already calculate, we already start reading.
Yes.
But here in Germany, we just play.
Exactly.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so Africa is very educative from kindergarten on. And I like the people that they're all friendly. They all talk like they're your family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's true. Just like Humphrey said, in kindergarten, we start learning the moment we get in kindergarten. In kindergarten here in Germany, I think they start learning, or maybe most of the continents. I'm not yet conversant with the other continents, but I'll start with what I know here in Germany, is that in kindergarten you play like from between the age of 3 to 6, you just go to kindergarten and play.
Yes, exactly.
How is it in America? This is saying you guys go and play, right? So in kindergarten in Africa, you go directly reading. You'll have to know at the age of 4, you have to know all the colors of a rainbow.
Really?
Yes. You have to know all the colors of a rainbow.
Wow.
You have to know that the alphabetical order, the 26 letters. You have to know the numbers, at least not 200, but at least 20. You will have to know them. Wow. You have to know how to draw a circle, a triangle, a rectangle, an octagon, a pentagon, and all that. You have to know how to draw them. And that is the age between 3 and 6. Remember, when I do it, at the biological part of our body, is that a child is not yet fully grown and the bones are not yet connected, to get to a point where they draw or they do all that kind of thing. But the way we are brought up in Africa, trust me, those bones are going to grow, like it or not, but in a very positive way. Please don't get me wrong out there. Don't get me wrong out there. We draw, like we are able to do all that. And due to that, it has actually made us to be very educative. People in Africa, you can also confirm it, Sarah. People in Africa are very smart, very genius. They are very. When I start about education, I don't know where to start, because when you compare the education in Africa and the other part of continents, it's a huge difference, because the people in Africa, just like I said, we start at the very tender age. So by the time we go to where like class 1, class 2, class 3, people are already the brain is already like sparkling, because they have been awakened, and we grow up knowing too much more than our age. Yes. When I talk about education, we have our different systems of education, and that also varies to very different parts of Africa. But at the end of the day, our educational level is very high. It's very high, And that's why when you see, as much as, when we put our certificates out there, might not be accepted, because first of all, and that's why we are bringing this topic about Africa, because a lot of people have their own way of thinking about Africa. They are thinking low about Africa. They're thinking those people are very illiterate, they are not educated, or that kind of thing. So that's why when we go to a certificates with other continents, we are degraded. Let me say they're putting us somewhere where we are not supposed. But in the real thing, we are way higher. Way higher when we can't compare our education with them.
That's true.
So yes, growing up in Africa, that's what you asked, right? Now that was the education part of Africa. When we go to our parents, we have very strict parents, and I believe that is the best because we are also having a very strong mind. We have very strong. So we need strong-minded people. Need strong rulers, strong guidance, strong people around us. So we are brought up in a very strict land.
Yes.
You know. And I think for me, I grew up in a family where, as a woman, I knew already what to do at the age of 6. I knew I was supposed to be clean. I need to shower myself. I need to get myself water and bring it home. I should know how to protect my brothers. I have younger siblings. I had to know how to protect them. I'm a woman. Yeah, so I needed to know how to protect my siblings. Yeah, Humphrey can confirm that.
Yes.
He's a very good example. Guys, I have a baby. So I have this guy, Humphrey. For anyone who knows, you know how strong he is and how he takes care of his siblings. Yeah. That's how it is in Africa.
Yes.
So Humphrey is a very good example.
Yes,
we're going to talk much about that later. So yeah, we are people who know how to take care of our younger brothers. And just like Humphrey said, people are friendly everywhere. Everywhere. Like we are a small big family.
Yeah.
We are friendly. We're just saying we just play around. It's not like here we have to go to a smaller playground to play. In Africa, everywhere is a playground. Everywhere you turn right, it's a playground. It's a football place because Africa we love football or soccer. You call it in America, right? So when you turn right, it's a playground. When you turn left, it's a playground. And something funny, we always invent our games. That's how smart African people are.
Yes.
We always invent our games.
Yes.
We don't need, like the orders to say, this game you have to read the rules and the regulations. We do it ourselves. We are the rulers. Like we say, we are kingdom anyway. So we start our own thing.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah, so, in Africa, it's basically, when we say about Africa, it's a whole huge thing. Yes. But first, we are going to go on a commercial break so that we can continue from there.
All right.
With the questions.
Station with the best music.
I love the music.
Oh yes, I got you, baby. I'm telling you, number one African station. For Afronews, Afrobeats, and the world hit. Here's updates happening around African countries and interviews and experiences. Of Africans and their friends living in Europe and all over the world. Most of you are asking why can't we say this in Germany? I'm telling you, Europa's Nummer 1 Radio. For Afro music, Afro pop and worldwide hits. There's actually ereignisses in African London. Interviews und Erfahrungen von Afrikan und ihren Freunden, die in Europa auf der ganzen Welt leben.
This is your number 1 radio station.
For live stream, interviews, and non-stop African hits, we welcome you to our website www.cradioara.com. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Rim our YouTube channel at Radio Ara FM or follow us on Instagram at Radio R99.2FM and Radio Ara on Facebook. listeners agree. The message is clear.
Here we go, here we go.
The best radio station to listen to this year.
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best music.
Best tunes.
They got the best music.
Live from Stuttgart City, Germany.
99.2 Radio FM.
Your home of African music.
We play only your choice.
We are number one on entertainment.
Check this out, ladies and gentlemen listening.
Music.
We take care of your music needs.
Interviews.
Are you ready?
And Diaspora Chronicles.
Keep listening for more.
Oh yes, it's 99.2 FM, Radio Ara, your station, your solution.
So, welcome back to Radio R 99.2 FM, home of African music. And today we are talking more about Africa to bring, to teach the kids about Africa, to teach the people around the world about Africa, and more so, to teach African history and culture to the children and instill high self-esteem into the children to be proud Africans. So, first, before I go to the next question, I'm going to thank you so much to say some thank you to Anita Regina, who say the African culture is very informative. Thank you so much. We'll be learning more. We'll be having more information on that. The second part, I'm going to Pastor Linda Edwards. That's one of our Pastor Linda Edwards. Woo woo! Hi, Pastor. Yes. So she has a question on Zoe, asking, how do you think about her? What do you think about your African friends? You have African friends all over at the church. So tell me, how do you think about African friends?
Well, I think that it's very different to be around different cultures. Like when you was like, wasn't any back home, so it's very different to learn things from them when you didn't learn them when you were back home. So, yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Wow, that's good.
That's awesome, right? So, Pastor Linda Edwards, yes, it's different, just like Zoe said. So the next question is, what is the difference in raising a child there in Germany versus in Africa? Mm-hmm. I'm going to, since I'm a mother here, so I'm just going out.
You're just going to continue.
Sarah is also a mother, but I'll answer first.
You answer.
Her daughter is in Lesotho, so
yes.
That's what it is. I'm going to give it to her as next. I'm going to put it like this: bringing up a child in Germany versus in Africa, it's very different. First of all, in Africa, I have all my people. I have my sisters, I have my brothers, I have, yes. And something that people do not know about African is that almost every home has someone to help. We call them domestic managers. Yes. We call them domestic managers because they manage the domestical parts of the domestic work. Like they clean, they cook, they take care of the children, they do all any domestic work.
Yes.
And we also have people who do our farms, who goes to the farm, they take care of the farm, and they do all the things that are needed there. If you have livestock, there are people who to take care of that, cattle, goats, you name it. So when I come to bringing up the child up in Africa, it's a whole different, and I would say it's very, very easy to bring up a child in Africa. Because like I said, you have family, you have domestic managers, and it's also easier because the people, the language there, you're conversant with it, you're more fluent with it, so it's actually easy to teach the child to know to teach this language. And not only is this child listening to you talk about this language, he's also listening to the other people, so it's easy for him to know this language without it doesn't matter when it comes to English, when it comes to Swahili, where I come from. And I have a mother tongue called Kikuyu. My mother tongue is Kikuyu, so we have they tend to listen, and they have that knowledge of of they get that knowledge of the language. And when it comes to here in Germany, it's different. In this case, first, as a parent, I have to learn the language.
Yes,
I have
that's
to
true.
bring the child and help him to learn the language, the native language here, the Swahili, because we go, like I said before, that we travel to Africa every year, or to my country, Kenya, that he has to learn that language when he goes there, so that he can communicate with other people.
Yes, yeah.
You know, so it's different. And also in Africa, we have corporal punishment. Corporal punishment, don't mistake it out there. It's that children get whooped, like on the butts. And that is a part of upbringing, like it or not. And the community is also there to support that.
Yes.
Yeah. In Germany, it's different because the moment you think of even hitting the child, Jugendamt is there to say, yo, what are you doing with the child?
Yes.
So
true.
So it's different because it's more of talking here, and in Africa we are more of doing. So it's quite a
that's a good point.
Yeah. So it's a whole different when bringing up to education or to bringing up the children here in Germany. So Linda Edwards says, yes, African children are very smart. Yes, they're very, very smart. The world don't give African credit for their intelligence or education. Yes, you can say that again. Just like I said before, we Africans are very highly educated. It's just unfortunate because of the mentality, of the old mentality, or I'll call it an expired mentality. People thinking that Africa is not educated. We are very educated and we are very smart. Yes.
Very true.
And we also, Pastor Linda, thank you so much. There's much respect for elders in Africa. That is something else that will make you get whooped in the butt. That's what we're going to tackle on that next time. Respect for the elders. That's a very, very long topic. And Pastor Linda Edwards says the media stopped her from going to Africa, but when I went for the first time in 2012, now I can't stay away. They say once go black, never go back, and that it doesn't mean, I don't get it wrong. Once you go to Africa, you'll never want to stay away from Africa.
That's true.
That's the black people in Africa. That's what we are. We are fun. We are happy people. We are just free souls. And it's just Africa is an awesome place. So I'm just going to go back to one of the Kingdom Kids again to ask her final question, and we see how it's going to go.
So this question is for Queen Victoria, I guess.
Okay.
Do you remember your school vacation where you went to?
Yes.
Can you say it, please?
All right. So which part of it? Because I can remember all of them since I was kindergarten.
Maybe 7th grade.
7th grade. That's like the education system is quite different. So 7th grade, I think it's like class 8. It's
From D.
Yeah.
12 from 11 to 12.
12 from 11 to 12. Okay. So 11, at the age of 11, I was we call it primary school. That is
British education system.
Yeah, exactly. That's a British education system. We call it primary school. I was in a school called Naivasha Central Primary School. Shout outs to all the people out there. Yes, I was in a school called Naivasha Central Primary School. That's where I learned, and we started there. I started at the grade 3. I think that's how we do it, till the 8th grade. And after that, I went to high school. We have different parts, and the high school was called Naivasha Mixed High School. Yes. Exactly. So, yes, that's what's the name of the school. Yes. Oh yeah, that makes me reminds me. My kindergarten was called Rainbow Kindergarten.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
we had to know all the names of the colors in the rainbow. Because our school, our kindergarten was called that, yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. So, and for that, today we're going to call it a day. Thank you so much for all the listeners. Thank you for everyone that participated. Pastor Linda Edward, thank you so much. And everyone out there, we will be learning more about Africa to educate people around the world that we are not a country, we are a continent.
Yes.
And we have way much more to offer than anyone thinks. Remember, Africa is one of the wealthiest continents. We have gold, we have oil, we have coal, we have diamonds, and we have richly cultures which are rich. How do you call it? Richly cultured. So we're going to invent our language here, right? I mean, that's what we do, Africa. So.
Yes, exactly.
So we have richly cultures.
Yes.
Our cultures are very rich, and we have so many. And just like I said, one of the topics that we'll be tackling next time, which will be next weekend or next time we'll be here, is respect of the elders. Why we see about elders, why we respect our elders so much. Mm-hmm. And for that, I'll say goodbye. It's yours, Teacher Queen Victoria. And today I was honored with the children from Kingdom Kids, which is also from Kingdom Revelation International Ministries. Thank you so much, Pastor Linda, and thank you so much, Richard. And our guy here who was really, really so patient with me because today is my first day. Woo! 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 And yes, I didn't get his name. He's called Richard. Richard, yeah. All right. So thank you so much, and till next time. Bye.
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 Station with the best music. Best music.
I love music.
Oh yes, I got you, baby. I'm telling you, number one African station. For Afronews, Afrobeats, and the world hit. Here's updates happening around African countries and interviews and experiences. You have Africans and their friends living in Europe and all over the world. Most of you are asking why can't we say this in Germany? I'm telling you, Europa's Nummer 1 Radio. Für Afro-Music, Afro-Pop and worldwide hits. There's actually Ereignisses in Afrikanische Ländern. Interviews und Erfahrungen von Afrikanern und ihren Freunden, die in Europa auf der ganzen Welt leben.
This is your number 1 radio station.
We are number 1 on entertainment.
Check this out, ladies and gentlemen listening.
Music.
We take care of your music needs.
Interviews.
Are you ready?
And Diaspora Chronicles.
Keep listening for more.
Oh yes, it's 99.2 FM, Radio Ara, your station, your solution.
Let's go!
For live stream, interviews, and non-stop African hits, we welcome you to our website www.cradioara.com. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Rim our YouTube channel at Radio Ara FM.